There's opportunity amidst chaos. So everything we talk about translate across everything in life. Relationships, business, sales, whatever it is that you're looking to apply this to and improve upon, it works. Okay? So there's always opportunity amidst chaos. And chaos is what gets people nervous. It's what stresses them out, makes them overthink things, makes them make mistakes because they're not thinking clearly. But it's amidst that very chaos where all the opportunity presents itself. Okay? Why is that? Opportunity is never lost. It's simply transferred from one person to the next. Just like energy. Energy you never lose energy. It simply transfers between different forms. Heat energy, friction, whatever it may be. Okay? But opportunity is never lost. So amidst chaos, amidst market downturn, market volatility, your business is falling apart. Somebody else's business is falling apart. Somebody's making, whatever it may be. Amidst the chaos is where the opportunity presents itself, because it's where the deck gets shuffled. It's where the wealth gets transferred. It's where the opportunity gets transferred. So you, as a hustler, somebody who's trying to make somebody who's trying to make money, somebody who's trying to get rich, you have to be cognizant of where that opportunity is at amidst the chaos, because that's your chance to get the edge on the competition. That's your chance to have that opportunity transferred from that person to you. It's amidst the chaos where opportunity presents itself. So you have to think of chaos as a positive. Change is a positive, because when you start to identify the opportunity amidst that chaos, that's where you're going to make the money. Okay? Think about it. I'll give you an example. So you're in a business, and let's say you're working for a corporate company, which I wouldn't recommend, but let's say you do. And you're trying to move up the ladder, and you're doing your best to try to get pay raises. You're trying to do your best to get promoted upward. And there's a big falling out with somebody in management, somebody above you. What happens? They get transferred to a different position, they get fired, they quit, whatever it may be. Chaos ensues. We need a new leader. We need new management. Who's going to run the show, etc. If you've put yourself in the best position possible through your work ethic, through what you provide to the company value-wise, through the way that you develop the relationships with those superior to you in the hierarchy, that chaos allows you to absorb the opportunity, to absorb that position, to get that promotion, to get that money. It's the same thing within, you call it in markets, right? People hate it whenever you get these massive shakeouts in equity markets and crypto, whatever it may be. And, the prices went down. Oh, it's so low. What's happening? Bear market. Oh. When in reality, that chaos is where all the opportunity presents itself. Because if equities, if crypto, if all these things never pulled back ever, they simply would just keep going up and up and up, there would be no opportunity for you to get a significant or a sexy entry. It's the chaos, it's that downturn, it's that nuke that gets everybody afraid, that gets everybody worked the fuck up, gets everybody afraid, where the opportunity now presents itself. Why? Because other people will unload their assets, people will unwind their positions, they'll get out of what you want. So now you can scoop it up at a much cheaper price, and this is where the smart people, amidst the chaos, take the opportunity to accumulate assets at a much discounted rate. All of a sudden, tariffs news start cooling down. All of a sudden, rate cuts are coming in the U.S. We're going to get this next leg up higher in equity markets. Guess who makes out like bandits? Guess who makes out like the fucking geniuses? The people who bought the bottom of that dip on equities. Amidst chaos is the opportunity. Okay? So you have to identify where the opportunity is amidst the chaos. You cannot get wrapped up in the fever, in the... You can't get wrapped up in the chaos that everybody else is eventually ensuing in, right? You have to see, where can I make the money here? Where's the opportunity? Okay? Give you another example, just business-wise. Okay? So I met with a gentleman last night. He's actually inside of the Taylor's Code, so I went and got a cigar with him here in Pittsburgh after I got back from Miami. And he was asking me questions about how to build the business? How are you scaling out? How do you have multiple different businesses running? What do you do for hiring? How do you outsource things? And I told him, so we're going to transition to another idea. When it comes to business, all business is delegating responsibilities that you yourself aren't the most important person to be doing this. So I'll give you an example. We all talk about opportunity cost. All right. So you understand what opportunity cost is. What's the cost of performing one activity versus another, right? So let's say I could spend 8 hours working for $10 an hour at one job, or 8 hours working for $20 an hour at another job. If you take job A where you're making $10 an hour, that's $80 for the day. You think most people would say, oh, well, I'm making $80 a day. That's awesome. But according to opportunity cost, if you had the ability to work job B for $20 an hour, you would have made $160 for the day. If you're working job A, you're actually negative $80 a day. Every day you're making negative $80. You're losing $80. Well, how does that work, Priamo? I thought I was making $80 a day with job A. No, you're making $80 an hour, $80 a day. But the opportunity cost of you working that job is actually net negative 80 because you could have made 160 for the day working job B. Okay. So that's opportunity cost. So now you got to translate that into your business or anything you're trying to scale out. At some point, your time is not best suited doing anything that doesn't generate an income or doing anything you can easily delegate to somebody else. Okay. So give you content, right? This YouTube channel, the live streams that we do, the videos that get uploaded every single day. The only thing that I need to do individually that nobody else can do is the content itself, filming the live streams, giving you the juice, giving you the technical analysis, giving you the game plan. That is me. I'm irreplaceable in that sense. I can't delegate my personality, my intellect, my knowledge of business to somebody else to teach you. So the content gets created by me. Okay, I film the content. But everything else, I don't have to do it. Editing the videos, making the thumbnails, descriptions, SEO, the short posts every single day. All those things don't directly earn me money, nor do I need to do them myself. So if my time is best spent filming these live streams and best spent building my other businesses and generating an income and getting more clients, right? Then that's what I'm going to do. Everything else I delegate because there's an opportunity cost to me doing the editing, the thumbnails, the descriptions. Because if I were doing all those things, less time for me to go make money elsewhere. So I'm losing money. So better I pay somebody to do that work for me. They make money. I save the time. And even though I'm paying money for that service, I'm still net positive. I'm still making profit, even though I'm paying somebody to do it, because those 8 hours a day I would have spent editing, instead of editing, I'm paying somebody, let's say $100. I can go spend that 8 hours doing something else that'll go make me $5,000 for the day. So I'm net positive $4,900 for the day. Do you understand? So this is how the way you have to start to look through your business. So you got to delegate anything that you don't have to do that doesn't make you money. In sales, what's a great way to do it in sales? You see the biggest agencies, brokerages, these companies that scale out sales teams that are very large, you'll see that most of them have systems and processes that allow their salespeople to do nothing but the act of selling. Because the act of selling in it of itself is what makes the money, correct? The presentation, the closing of the deal, that's the selling part. You can't really outsource that. But what can you outsource? You can outsource dialing to a dialer. You can outsource dialing to people who actually call your leads for you and set your appointments for you. You just show up and close. You can outsource things like underwriting, retention, compliance, anything that you would have to do back office wise, anything that you would have to do administratively that doesn't actually generate you an income. It's just a part of doing the business. You outsource that to people. You pay them to do that for you so you can spend more time actually making the money, which is presenting and selling. You're better off paying somebody to do those extra activities that don't make you money. You're better off paying them so you can take that time and either enjoy yourself or go make some sales and make more money than what you're paying that person in the meantime. Do you understand? So